Dude, I got really embarrassed at work. There's this machine they use to mop the floors, and this kid that's new was driving it, and he ran me over with it. It's like I used to have embarrassing moments a lot more than I'd like to admit back in the day, because the more insecure you are, the more likely you're gonna have these moments, which sucks. But lately I've been so angry that I'm just nothing like that happens, and when it does, it's like private. Like nobody else saw. It was just me and him, which is good. But I try to play it off because it was still embarrassing, because he might have told me that he was coming through, but I didn't hear him. So it's my fault. Basically, like, I can barely hear. I don't know what's wrong. My ears are just really bad. But he ran my foot over and it didn't hurt. I just felt stupid. You know what I mean? So then he came back through to do it again. No, not like run me over again, but like to clean the floor. And I played it off by telling him, like, hey, could you put this up there? Because I couldn't reach. And I'm like, I might as well ask him to do something for me so he can, he could feel that I wasn't angry and that I didn't actually care, and that made me feel better, and I think that might have made him feel better. We should talk about embarrassing moments next time, because my whole life's been a whole embarrassing moment. I know it'll be all over when I die. I'm so scared of dying in an embarrassing way. Like, dude, I told my friend, like, I'm scared of choking on my food. That's a fear I just recently got, like, really, like, I just developed it randomly, and I I told anybody around me that if I die like choking on my food, like fighting to get it out, and I couldn't, and I died, please don't tell anybody that's the way I died, because that's just embarrassing. But anyways, we're gonna talk about detachment from bitch ass Ed. There's this weird way we have attached to him where it's like it's almost like it's basically an abusive relationship, and he's not even worth it, to be honest. The worst part is like you're very codependent. You are, not me. No, I'm just kidding. I'm calling myself out too. So I I feel like we become codependent to Ed, and we feel, I don't know, something about him convinces us that without him we're no good and we can't, you know. And I still struggle with this. That's the thing. It's like I'm not completely recovered, and some of you have written that like it's very hard to be completely recovered if possible. And I feel it too. I think it becomes you're prepositioned to develop an eating disorder, and then something could, like another trauma out of like everything in life, activates it, and boom, you have it. You know what I mean? Because going back, I remember reading about it, and I had everything, like, I don't know if you guys can, if you have access to the DSM, but basically even summarized DSMs from like online or whatever, the symptoms or the criteria for it, for an eating disorder, it really just like you don't even need to meet all of them for it to become a problem, especially when society like deems thin people beautiful. But the thing is, it's like most of us aren't even after beauty. I was after self-punishment, because I was raised to believe, like I was supposed to punish myself. And a lot of us are here for self-destruction and punishment and control. Like if our world is falling apart and we can't do anything about it, we might as well fall apart ourselves, because we can do that. We have the ability to do it. But the thing is, it's like it's not going to make things better. And in fact, like, to be honest with you guys, I have been struggling where it's like right now, whatever, anything goes wrong in my life, and I will stop wanting to eat. And it's like, it's this weird protest against life where it's like, fine, then I'm just gonna get closer to death or whatever, like, or I'm just not gonna do it because maybe I'll have less energy to hate myself for what just happened, or to blame myself for what happened. And the sad thing is, it's like I do that, and then I'm like, wait a minute, this is just never gonna stop. Like, it's never gonna stop. Our weight will always fluctuate, and it's never gonna be like a set in stone. So what's the damn point? Like, do I really want to live life always thinking about this? and it consuming me. And I think back in the days, and if you haven't seen those videos, a lot of you guys have, where I was struggling with Ed. I wish I would have recorded more struggles, but the thing is, it's like I had more struggles recorded of when I was like deep into Ed, and YouTube removed them, even though I was not encouraging it. And most of them, I was sad, I was miserable, and I wish those were still up, because it's important to show the bad, because then people won't want to do it, and they'll remember how shitty it was. And it's like, I think back at those moments, and I even see like just the few that are up there still, and I think like, oh gosh, yeah, I don't want to do this anymore. And that's why I'll just keep living my life and eating as normal as I can, because I don't want to do it. And the thing is, it's like, if you're recovering and you have gotten a little farther than usual, remember those bad times. Every time you think about like, oh, I'm just gonna stop, and listen to Ed again. Remember those times. Like, don't forget them, because I swear, every time I think back at them, I'm just like, oh, yep, not doing that. Like, I don't care how, like, the punishment felt some like weirdly relieving, because I'm like, oh yes, I'm making someone proud, and it was this incel Ed. My gosh. And at the same time, that weird feeling when you like don't eat for like whatever time, or you don't have as much calories as you said you wouldn't, because you're activating Ed again and you're making him happy, but you're disappointed at the same time. Like, every time, I think for me the worst was when I would purge. The worst. Even binging wasn't as bad. Oh my god. There's a car next to me. Dude, I forget that was the first time that has ever happened. Don't look at me, please. I'm doing dumb shit. I want them to go ahead of me. Why aren't you going ahead of me? Are you stupid? You do not want me in front of you, trust me. Trust me. Blue car? You piece of shit. No, if you drive a blue car, you're a piece of shit, dude. I think all my toxicity just comes out of nowhere. Like, even I'm surprised. I love doing it at work. Like, it's just so much fun. Especially with, like, old, disgusting men that remind me of Ed. Like, I'm just angry at them now. Because like, Ed is such a dude. Like, he's a man. Because only a man would have the audacity to, like, force you into this specific punishment and, like, bullshit and, like, beauty standard or whatever the reasoning, like, and, like, not do it himself. Like, when have I ever heard Ed talk to himself badly, And yes, it's in my own head, but I know it's everybody else's head. And the thing is, it's like, Ed is always the same dude. Like, every time, like, I had my friend, she used to have, like, an Ed. It's not active right now, thank God, but the way she described it is literally how mine is. So it's like, damn, this piece of shit is everywhere. He's trying to get us. Little did he know that he made a little hater group. Dude, where's all the lights? Oh my gosh. All the lights are red. Can we please go? I'm embarrassed. Please, let's go. Ew. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to get Dunkin' and I'm gonna get breakfast, because I am not gonna activate stupid ass Ed, dude. I do not want to see his bitch ass. I'm just so tired of it, like, the things, it's like, when now that I have been recovering, or, for so long, and the thing is, it's like, this is the first time I've been eating normally without knowing that I had an Ed, or like having that experience. So it's almost like the two people live within me. What is going on here? There's a bunch of shit going on. Mondays suck. Like, everybody's out. Everybody's doing something stupid. Wow. Look at this car. How dare they? Okay. So yeah, what was I telling you guys? Damn it, I forgot. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do this in segment. Oh, did you guys fall? Are you falling for me? Or just so romantic? But yeah, I'm doing this segment where it's called Detachment from Ed. This will be the first one where we just talk about detaching from him. Okay? Let me know if it's okay with you. And you can talk shit about him in the comments.
Welcome to Duncan. Will you be?
Just kidding. Uff, no me asustes, cabrón. Anyways, so we're gonna do a segment called Detachment from Ed. Every once in a while, I'm just gonna post a video that's called Detachment from Ed, and then we're just gonna talk shit, okay? Cause I'm really good at talking shit. In reality, you know the thing is, it's like people blame me for like talking shit, but in reality, a lot of the times I'm just like describing the person that I would be talking shit. I'm like, how? If I'm describing Ed, it's not really talking shit. I'm just describing him. That's just how he is. There's so many cars out today. It's Monday. It's Monday today. Today's my Friday. And I'm happy about that. But I still hate that there's so many cars right now. I always think back, like, and if you've been trying to recover and stuff, just think back at the worst times, and it's like, dude, do you really want to go back to that? Every time you feel like Ed wants to activate again within you, just be like, yeah, no. And you eat that chocolate donut, okay? And you eat whatever the hell you want, because it's like, do we really want to go back to that bullshit? Honestly, I don't. And I think back at it, and I'm like, ugh, ugly bitch, dude. I connected with, like, relationships, and I've been TMI, but I mean, I talk about diarrhea all the time. Like, why not just talk about whatever, right? So I've been single for like 2 years now, and dude, it's so much better. I don't understand why there's so many like jokes towards like wives. Like, men make jokes about like, my wife would never let me breathe, or you know what I mean? Like, we're this prison, but it's like I've never felt more in prison than when I've been in a relationship. And yeah, it's probably because I've not been dating the right person, but what a freaking drag to find the right person. And it's like, these people have been so toxic. And this has to do with me too, because it's like, if you're not okay mentally and emotionally, obviously you're gonna draw in the wrong person. And back in the day when I was like, my first really toxic relationship, oh my god, dude, I knew it was the worst idea, kind of like with Ed. Like, I knew both of them were the worst idea, but it's like I still did it. You know, when you're not okay, you jump for anything that's there available. Like, Ed was a coping mechanism for trauma or whatever the hell we were going through at the time. So we just grabbed it. We're just like, you know what? Anything is better than nothing at all. But it's time to let it go, you know, and you don't have to like completely let it go. Like, yeah, hold on to it. Don't let it be alive. Kill him. You know, we're gonna strangle him in the water. We drown him, and when he starts to move again, you drown him again. It's real cute. I love it. It keeps me alive. If he's dead, it keeps us alive. And you might think he's cute, but trust me, he's freaking ugly, dude. You're seeing him with rose-colored glasses, you know? Like, every time, just think back at your exes. They're freaking ugly, okay? They're all ugly. Their faces are ugly, and they're not even making a face. That's just how they look all the time. So that's Ed. And the only reason you don't see him as ugly is because you're seeing him with, like, rose-colored glasses. Take those shit off. He's a freaking monk. No, dude, monkeys are cute, though. Dude, I always feel like I'm driving on the wrong side of the road. I'm just like, oh no, don't laugh at me. Oh my god. I'm tired. Anyways, I will be making, like, we'll call this one Detachment from Ed-1, and then if you want to see another one, we can keep it going, because you should make this, if you're still struggling with Ed, you should make this like a goal, you know, detaching from him. And you know, it's weird, it's like, I've seen videos back in the day when I was searching for like motivation to keep being sick. because it's like you're so deep into it. That's all you want to be in, I guess. And there was a lot that was encouraging me to have an ed, but there wasn't a lot to keep me out of it. So that's what I'm gonna do. It's weird because it's like I would walk around the neighborhood to try to like stay moving, and I would have a lot of like videos motivating me to keep staying sick. Um, and I never thought that I'd be the one having these conversations trying to get out of it. Isn't that silly? Ugh. Oh my god, I keep making myself cringe. It's worse. It's worse. I'd rather have secondhand embarrassment, although I have no control over it, but whatever. Anyways, I will see you guys next time. Let me know what you think of this. Should I make a second one where I talk about detachment from Ed? Do you even need this, or are you can you swim alone, or should we swim together? I don't know. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.